What's going on, everyone? John here from Road Bike Action. We are here at Redlands Stage 3, which is really Stage 2 because the Big Bear Time Trial got snowed in, so they had to cancel it. So we're down here at the Highland Circuit. We're going to kind of see who's here. We're going to talk to some riders, talk to some staff, and kind of see how the race plays out, and kind of go show you a little behind the scenes here at Redlands. All right, we're here with Gord Frazier, Director of Silver Pro Cycling. So we're here at Stage 3. Redlands kind of got turned around this year with the snow for the Big Bear Time Trial. I know you guys were a bit bummed on that because you have a bit of a TT team. So how does that change your perspective and kind of your racing for this week?
Well, it changed yesterday's stage, obviously, to Oakland. Instead of having a defending team and a little bit more clear-cut tactics, the race was certainly more wide open at the start. And we saw yesterday in Ukaipa just such an aggressive race. All the teams wanted to be in that breakaway, and it led for a very high average speed. Like, it was a very hard race. The heat kind of surprised a lot of guys. I saw a lot of riders kind of keeled over at the base with cramps and stuff like that. So yeah, unfortunate for Silver Pro Cycling, especially with Jameis, our bike sponsor, who put a lot of R&D into the time trial bikes. They're very slippery, and time trialing is kind of our bread and butter at Silver, and it was unfortunate that that stage was canceled with the snow, but it was a good call. I mean, I saw the pictures of the roads, and to get, you know, all of our vehicles up the mountain and stuff, it would have been pretty stressful. So it is what it is. It's bike racing, but we'll regroup, and today at Highlands is a good opportunity for the guys.
All right, here with Jeff Lauder, Director of the Action Hagens-Berman team. You guys are sitting pole today with the yellow jersey with one of your new riders. Like, tell me a little about this kid. It's kind of an unknown. He's 20, he's young. What's the deal?
Yeah, you know, Thomas is kind of a little bit off the radar. He was under 23 crit champion last year, and then that result sort of stuck out to us. And you know, we had a few good recommendations from some people, and decided to give him a shot. And he's surprised all of us. He's just really riding out of his skin and really just flourishing with the team, and it's great to see.
So you guys are now leading the race. Oakland was yesterday the climbing stage where you guys took yellow. What's the game plan for the next 3 stages?
Well, you know, we've got a nice lead, and it's great having, you know, Bennett and Barta right there in 3rd and 5th. So we're you know, the plan is really just to try to keep Thomas safe and maintain the lead that he has, and you know, and use the strength of the team to you know, take us all the way to Sunday afternoon with the jersey.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure you guys will. And real quick, you guys are on aluminum bikes, and the kid dropped their one on an aluminum bike. It's pretty cool for Specialized. Like, how's it been on these aluminum bikes this year?
Oh, I mean, the results speak for themselves. The guys have been we've been winning in Europe, winning over here, and you know, it's the bikes are great. They've been you know, the mechanics have got them dialed, and then it's you know, you got to have a good machine, but it's, you know, the motor counts for a lot, and these guys have got the motor.
All right, well, good luck, Jeff. Watch. Thanks a lot. All right, so we're here with Thomas Rivard. Lit it up yesterday on Oakland. Kind of a bit of an unknown, your first year on the Action team. How was that, like, going into that stage? Like, was the game plan like, oh, I'm just gonna ride away from everyone?
No, the game plan was to hopefully set up Sean Bennett and Will Barta. I just got lucky that it happened when it did. You know, I decided to seize the moment and take advantage of it.
Awesome. So now that you have the yellow jersey, the pressure kind of changes now. You know, you got to lead this thing.
Yeah.
How's that been overnight, thinking about that?
You know, I'm not really stressing about it too much. I know I have a really strong team behind me. The guys are killing it. We had finished 3 and 5th yesterday, 3rd and 5th as well. So we got a really good squad.
Awesome, man. Well, best of luck, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you.
All right, Hollow Citadel, Australian Joe Lewis. We're here at Redlands. How's it going for you?
It's good, man. I'm glad to be warm for once. I feel like I've been cold for about 6 months.
Come on, you're an Aussie. You should be good at this heat.
I am. I love this stuff. It gets cold, man. It's 60 degrees. I'm freezing. So, no, I'm glad the sun's come out and we can sweat a little bit.
So what's game plan for today? What's Director Craven got on top for you boys?
Win. We want to win. We want to make sure we follow the moves, get someone in there if it's big enough, and if not, we've got a couple options for the finish. So I think we can do all right.
So you guys got an A, B, and C plan.
Man,
it'll probably be D.
All the way down to Z. So.
All right, well, we'll be watching. Good luck, bud.
All right, thanks, bro.
Don't drop them.
Does this make me look fat?
No, your face does.
Oh, good.
All right, so we're about 11 laps into the race. Last lap, there was a bit of a break, but there hasn't been an established break yet. So we're gonna see when they come through the speed zone for lap 12 if anything is going on. Frankie and Jay are here at Redlands. You know a thing or two about bike racing, but what are you doing down here at Redlands?
Covering the race. Brad Soner and I doing video highlights for Redlands Cycling Classic, so kind of cover the women's race and the men's race and then put it up on YouTube and on the Redlands website.
Okay, so let's little question, because you know you used to be former director back in the day.
Absolutely.
No?
Here at this race many times.
Here at this race. What,
directing, never rode
yeah.
Redlands though.
No, you're doing the bigger stuff. What would you say right now? It's about 12 laps in. There's like a group of 4 off the front, looked about a minute lead. Does Action just kind of let that one roll, or do you think other teams are going to come up to chase it down, or you know what would be your directorial, you know, expertise on this right now?
Let them sit out there. Think about it, 10 laps out there. That's a lot. The front guys are going to wear down a bit, and so Action, they need to kind of be as conservative as possible because they have to keep as many numbers in the group as possible. They need to last as long as possible. And then if you get into those last 3 laps, you're going to find other teams that are thinking about the stage win. They'll end up coming up to be able to help. And so you have to rely on some help. I'll tell you this, if nobody decides to help Action to be able to bring back, let's say, a 2-minute gap in the last 3 laps, it's going to be game over. So other teams are going to have to contribute, I think, to be able to control a day like today, especially when it's 90 degrees out. Guys are going to start dropping like flies during the last 2 laps.
So the Big Bear TT was canceled, so kind of changed the dynamic of the race a little bit. What kind of stood out to you yesterday? We saw kind of a new kid take the victory on Oak Glen, Action's in the leader. Like, what kind of stood out to you about there?
Rivard stood out. I mean, there's climbing, he just dropped everybody. He was phenomenal. Obviously, it played into his hands to have the yellow jersey because there was no time trial. For Sergey Vetkov and even Gavin Mannion, both of them on United Healthcare, that was horrible to not have the time trial. That would play into their hands. But you got to deal with what is dealt, and every time we come to Redlands, it's always something different. And so Rivard, it's already a successful Redlands. I don't know what's going to happen coming up. Obviously Criterium, and been seeing all sorts of things happen on Sunset Loop, and that's going to be obviously the queen stage of Redlands, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
All right, much appreciated, Frankie. So what's Redlands done? What's next for you? When Redlands is done.
Redlands over, go to Tour of California, and then doing all the USA Crits races. So doing live web stream for all the USA Crits races. Go to usacrits.tv, sign up, $55 subscription. You get like 25 races, be able to watch them all live on the web stream. Frankie Andreu, the voice of usacrits.tv.
Such a media guy, just plugging that in. Thanks, Frankie. Okay, the race is winding down. Now Brian is lugging everything up this hill.
Yeah, the best part of the day.
The Swan years, they always have the easy jobs.
Yeah.
It's going to be a United Healthcare rider pushing himself towards the front. Come on. And taking the win. What a great job. Hayedo, Lucas Hayedo. It looked like 18 was across the finish line there in second. That would have been Michael Rice, I believe, for Haggensburg in Action. Where is Lockwood? What a finale, though. Congratulations to Lucas Hayedo.
Congratulations. Winter here in Highland, the same as in 2015, but today extremely hot. Tell me, take me through coming out of that last corner, the sprint, and the job that all your teammates did.
Yeah, you know, we went all day for the breakaway because we know we had to put some pressure in the action guys, and in the end I feel good. The boys went in the last lap to close the gap because it was pretty big now, 40 seconds, and they did a pretty good job. In the last corner, I knew here you had to be a little lax because coming with a lot of speed, but in the end, you know, the guys in the front stopped a little bit now. Somebody had the legs to go for the bottom to the line, you know. And then I was in 8-10 wheel. And then Piccoli, he went too early. He made one line. I was waiting, and then in the end, I went full, but the last 30 meters was really hard, you know. Sebastian was in the rail, keep going to the line, but yeah, finally I got it, you know, and I'm so happy to really get here after many years.
Fantastic win for you and United Healthcare. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That'll work.
Oh man.
You had legs, you had bike legs.
All right, Louder. We talked with you before the stage, finished the stage. How'd it go?
It was good. I think it was a hard race, but the guys, you know, controlled well and didn't let it get out of hand. And you know, we wanted to ideally have enough control and be fresh enough to try to set up Rice for a repeat victory from just like last year, and got close. Heido,
very close.
You know,
Heido's good at the stage.
Heido's good at the stage, and you know, we got him last year, and he got us this year, so it was good competition, and you know, it's a hard-fought race, but I think the guys rode really well and maturely, and you know, I think it looks like another day in yellow tomorrow.
All right, best of luck. All right, that wraps it up here for stage number 3 at Redlands. It was hot. It's a good race. Kind of an interesting race. Break didn't really go for quite a while, and then when it went, it's 4 guys, and they kind of fell apart out there because of the heat. And they came down to a small bunch finish, but some time gaps for sure out there. It's gonna be a good race. Tomorrow's the crit. Probably be pretty mellow, and then Sunday is sunset, and that one's always just fireworks. So check back on roadbikeaction.com for some more content. We'll be following the race around, and hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Take it easy.